Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Nick Tan Chats, my magic and mostly mentalism review show. My name is Nick Tan, and on today's episode, I'll be chatting with you guys about this Spirit name tag by TCC Magic. So hi again guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for showing up, thanks for tuning in. This week, alright, on this episode, in the continuation, alright, of my exploration of the package that TCC sent over to me for review, I'll be looking at the next item in the box. Alright, so the previous episode I looked at Grandma's Miracle, and on today's episode I'll be looking at something called the Spirit name tag. Okay, now, well, if you have watched the trailer, or if you've seen photographs of the prop itself, and if you have been doing magic for some time, I'm sure it'll be no surprise to you, all right, what this is, right? I mean, it's in the name itself, right? Spirit name tag. So, spirit slates made into the form, all right, of just name tags, all right, or like luggage tags. So while it is, in essence, a spirit slate kind of an effect, I suppose with this sort of props, there was some attempt in kind of modernizing it, and making it more kind of practical, all right, for everyday use, as opposed to, carrying around big chalkboard slates. So for those of you who are not familiar with the spirit slate effect, it's been around like forever. Mainly, I suppose, used in seances, where mysterious writing would mysteriously appear, mainly used in seances where, the performer, all right, the medium would make writing mysteriously appear. So these days on stage, what usually happens is, the performer displays like two slates. They are placed together, all right, squared up. Occasionally, a piece of chalk is then, inserted in between the two slates. And then moments later, the slates are then separated, and it is seen that writing, all right, has somehow appeared on the surfaces that were, inside. So personally for me, I have kind of dabbled with spirit slates, I suppose, me being the kind of wanting to experiment with, various effects kind of performer, so I've done it at times, in the past. I've made, numbers appear, or like names appear, words. In recent times as well, I just did like a show really recently where I made like the drawing of a celebrity appear. Okay, in fact, I think I still have it. Alright, so here we go. Okay, so these are the spirit slates that I use. Okay, so what happens is I place the slates together like this. I hope this will be picked up on the camera. And then from here, a piece of chalk can be inserted inside. And then moments later, the boards are separated, and then you will see the drawing of Tom Cruise appear on the slate. This might be a bit overkill, but when I perform the spirit slates effect, I do take it quite, I do deliver it quite tongue-in-cheek. Okay, so this is just kind of like a nice applause cue, I suppose. But yeah, that is the spirit slate effect. Okay, so I mean, enough about me and spirit slate. So let's talk about the spirit name tag. So when you purchase spirit name tag, all right, it comes in this box. Okay, just like that. There's a tiny little box. Inside the box, you will get on the cover, all right, there's a link to the instructional video. Now, the tutorial video runs for about, I would say, slightly above half an hour, but a lot is covered, in that span of time. Okay, so they first introduce you to the props themselves, tell you what the props do, how to operate the props, how to set up the prop as well. Okay, because there will be some prep work that you need to do to the prop depending on the kind of effect that you like to perform. Also, they will tell you how to perform with the prop, and then they will teach you how to reset the prop as well. Towards the end of the video as well, there will be many ideas that will be shown to you, shared with you as well, giving you different ways that you can use and apply the spirit name tags in performance. So in addition to the tutorial video, all right, you will have the prop itself. Okay, so the prop looks like this. Okay, so it's a set of two of these slates. Okay, two of these, I mean, they're not exactly slates, they're like name tags. Okay, so just two of them. Okay, and then there is also a ring, all right, a silver ring like that is provided for you to hold the tags together. So in addition to the tags themselves, there is an additional item, all right, that is included for you to reset the prop. Okay, now in the tutorial video, it is shown that you can reset the spirit name tag without that little item. Okay, but I've tried it, you know, and for some reason, I don't know, it might be my set, but I can't quite get it to reset like that. Okay, so in doing so, I ended up slightly damaging the gaff. Okay, so for now, you know, I'm just going to use the item to kind of help reset the spirit name tags. Alright, so let's have a closer look at the tags themselves. So you can see it just, you know, looks like a set of tags. Okay, they're made of just plastic material. Okay, and they're just held together on the ring, just like this. Okay, so you will have to kind of set up the tags, okay, to bring them around, I suppose, so that you'll be ready to perform the effect, you know, that you wish to perform the effect with. You will have to set up the prop so that you are ready to perform the effect that you wish to perform. Alright, so in the past week or so, I've done it a couple of times, you know, for a couple of friends, just really casually, okay, and the effect that I performed was a card reveal. Okay, so I just got a card selected, alright, and then I had the name tags kind of reveal the card. So, I mean, I hope I can show it to you. Here's what it looks like. The two tags are just like that. You put them together, okay, just like this. Hold them, get someone to think of the card, you snap your fingers, and then when you separate the tags, it is seen that the identity of the card appears on the tag. Okay, so in this case, the 3 of hearts, which happens to be my favorite playing card. So one of the big differences between this set of, you know, name tags, all right, spirit name tags and spirit slates, the big difference is that you are not using chalk in this case. Okay, you are using indelible marker, all right, kind of a Sharpie, you know, that kind of a permanent ink marker. Okay, so I would recommend using just permanent ink, because otherwise, you know, during setup and performance, you might, you know, get it smudged. Okay, unless that's what you're going for. Okay, I mean, unless, you know, you want the writing to appear, and then you can just really cleanly wipe it off. All right, unless you're going for that kind of an effect, I would just stick with the indelible marker. So in the tutorial video, you are taught how to remove the permanent ink. All right, you know, using another like whiteboard marker to go over it and wiping off. But in this day and age, you know, I've got just so much sanitizer around. Okay, alcohol-based sanitizer. You know, just square like alcohol wipes. Okay, those work really well, and with just a wipe, they come right off. So the quality of the prop is as what you'd expect, you know, for a set of name tags. Okay, they look really, I mean, I don't mean it to sound like, you know, bad, all right, but they do look like quite cheap. Okay, so I mean, they just look really unassuming, really ordinary as well as name tags. Okay, the stuff that you would hang on your keys or, you know, clip onto your bag. The quality is all right. The only thing I can comment is that, well, from certain kind of angles, if the light hits the prop right, you can kind of see something, okay, that might hint a little bit at the method, but, you know, in ordinary light, I don't think that will be an issue. You know, on a casual kind of glance like that, you're not going to see anything. But yeah, you know, it's quite a straightforward effect. All right, you display two clean surfaces. Okay, you place them together. You know, a moment later, you separate them, and the writing appears. All right. Now, the thing that I think you guys have to note is that, I mean, I'm not sure if it's said or mentioned elsewhere that these are examinable. Okay, I think they are examinable to a certain extent. Okay, meaning, I mean, in their blank state, I wouldn't be comfortable just handing this out to someone and say, you know, here, have a look at this. Okay, because if they, you know, look at it and if they kind of do that, right, it's going to just prematurely, you know, activate the gaff, right? In its blank state, I suppose you could kind of guide them a little bit to kind of feel the surface, but keep the prop in your hand. Okay, so you don't like relinquish control of everything. You just hold the prop and say, you know, these are just name tags. You can feel they can feel the surfaces like that, okay, but you are holding on to the prop. Okay, so you can have it examined like that if you wanted to. And then comes the part where the change has happened. Okay, so after the change has happened and the writing has appeared, again, I wouldn't hand this out for examination. Okay, now in this state, okay, it's not going to reactivate. Okay, so if you place it together again, it's not going to reactivate, nothing happens. And you need the item, right, in the box to kind of reset the prop. However, it's not examinable, I think, because if they were to try to do this, and they will, right, they will. Logic just dictates that after you did this, something happens, right? I would like to try it myself, right? So if they were to do this again, nothing happens, but they are going to feel something. Okay, they're going to feel something, and even if they do it like the other way around, they line it up this way, they are going to feel something as well. Okay, so again, I wouldn't hand them out for examination. You could again have them examined in a controlled way, hang on to one of them, and have them kind of feel the writing on the other, and then switch hands and have them feel the writing on the other. That kind of an examination, I think it's all right. Okay, but again, I wouldn't hand this out, and have them just freely play around with it. The only other thing that you guys have to consider is what effect to perform with this. Okay, because well, obviously you have to kind of set it up, right? And because of that, there are various options for you to bring about the reveal item. Okay, so it's either use a deck of playing cards or something, and reveal the item that way. Okay, it's hard to explain, but it's not going to be a real-time kind of a reveal. Okay, I mean, in the tutorial, you are taught a method to kind of prepare the item on the fly. Okay, so you can set up a real-time kind of a reveal. Okay, but I mean, in my opinion, it's not really necessary. Okay, if you have a good and clean enough way to ensure that this outcome happens, okay, I don't think you need to have a real-time method. Another interesting idea is to use just one of the tags to perform. If you are familiar with like room service, that kind of an effect, this prop can be used in that kind of an effect. Okay, so you could have just one of these tags, just like that, all right, back facing outwards, and on the other end, instead of the other tag, you would have a large key, all right, a key of some kind. This can be draped on the table or something like that, just with the tag showing. Have people call out random numbers. Okay, random numbers, a 3-digit number, maybe like 327, all right? And then when you go and pull the key off the table and you turn the tag over, the number says 327, all right, room 327. So that kind of an effect is also possible, I think, using the spirit name tags. So that is the spirit name tag from TCC, all right? So I think it's a really cute looking miniature set of spirit slates. Okay, so if you do have some ideas about how to perform this, all right, and make it quite a nice routine, and if you can see yourself using this set of props in your everyday carry, perhaps you can pick up a copy from TCC Magic. I will leave the link in the description box down below. So that's all for today's episode, guys. I do have one more item from TCC that I've not yet covered. All right, so I'll be spending the next couple of days, the next week or so, learning it. All right, getting to know it, better, trying it out, performing it a little bit before I talk about it on this show. So till the next episode, guys, do look after yourselves. Take care, stay safe, have fun with your magic and your mentalism, and I will see you on the future episode of Nique Chats.